Hello my lovely people. If you're here for today's video, you know exactly why you are here. Obviously, you need to get your shit together. In today's video, I'm gonna be taking you guys through my 4:30 a.m. morning routine. Let me tell you, this was not easy, okay? This took a lot of mindset work to really think to myself, do I want to make this happen, or am I just gonna continue the life that I am currently living and being lazy and unproductive? Before we actually get into the morning routine, it is very crucial to have a nighttime routine, and I'm not gonna get very deep into it just because this is technically a morning routine. But for this clip, I do want to give a little bit more information as to why our nighttime routine is crucial in order to have a really good morning routine. So, first step, you need to have a really good nighttime routine that is gonna set you up for success when you wake up. You gotta know your reason why you want to wake up in the morning, and as you watch throughout this whole video, I'm gonna give you guys more detail on more information on why you should be a morning person or wanting to be a morning person. So this is me the night before of me waking up, right before 4:30 a.m. I'm actually gonna be taking my makeup off and getting ready for the night, drinking my tea. I already took my Sleepy Girl mocktail, which I've been taking recently, and it is a game changer for you girly pops or whoever, because I've been sleeping so good, and I think it's just the extra magnesium I've been taking and the benefits of pure tart cherry juice. But that's what I've been doing. Build healthy habits in your life that you're gonna stick to, and have a healthy lifestyle that makes you actually want to get up in the morning and makes you want to be a healthy and productive person. So these are the things that I'm going to tell you while I get unready. So a lot of the things that I do to make me want to have a really thriving, productive, healthy, happy mindset and lifestyle, I need to make sure that my surroundings are clean, my room is clean, the kitchen is clean, and pretty much wherever you live, you're in a very tidy mindset. And it's hard for a lot of us people out there that, you know, maybe are still living at home and you can't really compensate to everything that goes on in your household because you only have your room and maybe that's it, and everything else comes down to what your parents have throughout the house and if they keep it clean and tidy. But you can also maybe do themselves a favor, but also do yourself a favor and, you know, maybe do a little tidy around the house even if you don't live on your own. Because I know it was really hard for me when I used to live at home. Sometimes it was very unmotivating because the only part of your house that you really could just hang out in was your room. But yes, going back, clean your surroundings. We're all in our maybe early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, or even 30s. It depends on who's watching, but I think all of us now really have to take care of our adult responsibilities, whether that is doing the laundry, cleaning our dishes, for day-to-day life, going to work, and kind of being put together. Let's put this cleansing balm on. What was I saying? Taking care of your adult responsibilities. You know, anything in that matter where you have to, it's non-negotiable, you have to do it. So taking care of that, and why I'm saying all these things is because it just goes down to how you actually want to live your lifestyle and helps you actually be motivated to be a morning person and just honestly set yourself up for success within months yet to come, weeks yet to come, years down the road. It all goes down to your daily routine. Finding hobbies you enjoy. I have so many hobbies that I have been loving recently, and I'm already in my mid-20s. I am 25, turning 26 in June, and the fact that I'm only learning now that I have a lot of hobbies that I enjoy, I don't know, being in your 20s, it's a different vibe and you learn a lot about yourself, especially just also being lost in your 20s. And if you guys don't know, I have a podcast. I'm actually going to be talking about this specific topic in the next episode, which I'm going to be filming in the next couple of days. So it's just going to be all about being in your 20s, feeling lost, growing out of friendships, all that jazz. Stay tuned for that video if you don't know about my podcast, which is She Speaks Her Mind on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and YouTube version if you are following me on YouTube and you're a real one, because you would already know. You also want to make sure that you're spending time with people that have good energy, you want to keep around. Make sure you are creating time to focus on you, because without self-prioritization, I know it's hard for some people that don't really spend time alone because it might be a little bit vulnerable. You're not really used to that, but going back to what I said about finding hobbies you enjoy, that can be something that you implement to creating time to focus on you and spending time alone. Make sure you declutter your social media, declutter your space around you, clean things in your surroundings, take things out, and whatever doesn't serve you, give it away, because it's not giving you the right energy anymore and it's something you just don't want to hoard. So this is going to be about self-development, finding books, finding podcasts you enjoy listening to. And sometimes, you know, even though you do love your entertainment podcasts, make sure you find self-development podcasts that will help you, you know, be more aware of yourself and just educate yourself more in a way where you want to be a better person, motivate yourself, be disciplined. And I should have said this from the beginning of me talking about decluttering social media. What I meant by that is just cleaning your following, because you don't want to be getting your energy drained by people you follow that drain your energy when you scroll on your feed, and they're not really doing you any good. There's really no purpose on following them, and you're just following them because, I don't know, you gotta clean up that mess and figure out who are you following that serve a purpose and who actually inspires you. And just being aware of how much time you spend on social media, because as much as it benefits you in a really good way, there's also going to be sides where you mindlessly scroll, and we're going to have a lot of those days. Instead of scrolling on your phone, you can use that time to be productive and actually get something done, other than just using that time to not get inspired. It depends who you follow, but sometimes you get in a rabbit hole where you're just continuously scrolling and you just can't stop. It's really going to be beneficial in the long run when you do find something that is going to benefit you and do you good. Now I'm going to wash this off, use my pale green tea spinach vitamin superfood cleanser to double cleanse, and then I'm gonna read a little bit, and then I am off to bed, because your girl needs some sleep, and if I'm not getting my sleep, it's gonna be a hard time waking up in the morning. So that is all that I want to tell you guys before I start this morning routine. I hope you're motivated, I hope you stay inspired by what I post, and let's move on with the morning routine. So first and foremost, we obviously got to start off with our skincare routine, but I heard this is controversial in the morning because apparently, I guess there is such thing as too much cleansing. So in order for your skin to have the chance to build its protective moisture barrier, you don't want to be overstripping your skin by cleansing so much, but I'm gonna do it anyway and do my skincare routine in the morning. Since I do like to be intentional with my morning routine, I don't really talk in this video at all, so therefore we're gonna be doing a voice recording throughout this whole morning routine. But anyways, moving along, for all my pet owners out there that have been feeling stressed lately or feeling overwhelmed, whatever it is, studies have shown that if you cuddle your pet, it releases oxytocin. So I guess I do this on the daily and it feels nice. One thing about me, I will always have a cute matching set, put some makeup on, look cute for the gym, because that's what makes me feel good. And when I move my body in the morning, I feel my best. Now, this is a very crucial step that I don't miss in the morning, because I don't leave the house without taking my vitamins. So if this is your sign to start taking vitamins in the morning, this is it, because I don't miss a day where I don't take my vitamins. And if I do, I feel like absolute shit. The hardest thing about leaving the house is when your dog is just staring at you, not wanting you to leave. But I guess since I do work from home, he's so used to me staying at home. But off to the gym we go, and I'm just gonna take you guys through my workout.
part of my morning routine is being able to just wind down and be in my little meditation area. I know this is not for everybody and you may not have the time to meditate or whatsoever, but if you have the chance to meditate for even 5 minutes, that is something I would recommend before you actually start your day. For me, I like to have a space where I can read, journal, meditate, and do all things with self-care. So if you can create a space in your home, in your room, make things that work for you to create the best morning routine for yourself.
Get ready with me while I just have a little chit chat time with you guys. And I'm just gonna be doing a little quick makeup routine here because I don't want to take all my time today just doing my makeup. And I don't take that long, but still, we're trying to get things done here. How have you guys been doing? I'm so happy that I'm posting consistently for you guys because I am feeling so good about just my overall health, wellness, spiritual journey of mine right now. And I know that it's not always gonna be like this because there's gonna be times where I want to deteriorate and not get out of bed. So with this video, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself for even publishing a video like this. What the fuck, am I launching a book? I'm just like proud of myself for being at this point where I can tell you guys I am doing this 4:30 a.m. morning routine. I'm getting to the gym by 5:30, getting my ass out of there by 7 a.m. And this is how I do it. Telling you guys everything, telling you guys the details on how I stay dedicated because it really is truly a long time coming where I have gotten to this point of actually being that person I want to be, being that girl I want to be, being the person that I've seen online and wishing to myself, I wish I was her. I wish I was him. I wish I had the discipline to be like them. But what it all comes down to is, everybody knows, it all comes down to your goddamn mindset. I could be telling myself right now, oh, I don't have the courage to be waking up at that time. I don't have that discipline to be waking up at that time. Listen here, you don't have to be waking up at the break of dawn, waking up the same time as I do, just to be getting your day started. Let me just narrow it down for the people that are those types of people where they wake up late. So I'm going to point my fingers out at you because I used to be like that. And the only way to really wake up earlier is by your nighttime routine. Changing up your habits. Changing up every bit of your old behaviors to attainable, realistic, sustainable habits. And having a routine that works for you. So you don't have to be waking up at 4:30. You don't have to be waking up at 5 or 6 in the morning. Even if you wanted to wake up an hour early before you're supposed to do something. Let's say that you've been consistently waking up at 9 or 10 and you just want to wake up a little bit earlier. Start waking up at 8:30 and then slowly make your way to waking up at 7 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever you want. But making sure that you also do get enough sleep. There has been new statistics shown for women that we're supposed to be sleeping 8 to 9 hours a day, preferably 8 hours if you can't get to 9. But during your menstrual period, you're supposed to be sleeping at least 9 hours and just resting your body. The statistics only have been shown that the amount of sleep you're supposed to be getting is for the men. It's never been actually proven to how much women are supposed to be getting sleep. If you ever feel bad about seeing the posts that I post or someone else about waking up early, it's because we've slowly been getting our shit together. And even though that we have days where we don't have our shit together, it's all about the mindset, okay? There's gonna be days where I don't wanna get out of bed at all, but I've only been doing this for a full 2 weeks, and I just feel like I have a purpose of waking up. I have a reason to be waking up, and I just know my why to be able to wake up at that time. It's not gonna be easy for someone who's just gonna randomly wake up at 5 a.m. one day because it takes patience, it takes time, and it's really just all about respecting yourself too, and just telling yourself that if you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it, because then at the end of the day, when you tell yourself these things and say that you're gonna start going to the gym but you never do, you're disrespecting yourself. The reason why I started waking up at 4:30 a.m. and I know that's a little bit absurd for some people, like you don't have to do this, but the reason why I do is because I like to go to the gym the same time my boyfriend does, and I realize that every time that he wakes up and goes to work, I'm still in bed. I'm still in bed sleeping my morning away when I could be having that same routine as him, and it just helps us keep each other motivated, where if he's tired and he doesn't want to go to the gym, I'm also his motivation to say, hey, let's get up, get your ass up and go to the gym. Or it's the other way around. Like the other day, like I didn't want to go to the gym, but he said, okay, it's time to wake up, like we got things to do. He's gonna go to work after that, so it's either I'm still in bed and he goes without me, or think about it this way. You're getting your day started already the same time as him. Everyone around you, your neighborhood is still sleeping. Everybody's still sleeping. It's still dark outside and you're just one step ahead of everybody. And that's the mindset I choose to have, is being 1% better every single day. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm only telling you this now because it came to such a big realization for me at this time, because I was so tired of being where I was at. I felt stagnant for so fucking long because I would set my alarm to wake up around 7:30, 8:30 a.m. in the morning, and then I would end up snoozing my alarm until 11 a.m. and then I would just get to the gym by 1 p.m. Like, what am I trying to do here? Waste my day away, waste my life away? It was just making me more tired. Every time you snooze your alarm, you get more tired, and you're supposed to be waking up whenever your body just naturally tells you to wake up. But going back to just feeling stagnant, I was repeating the same day over and over again, and even though that I still have those days where I'm repeating the same day over, I don't have that critical mindset of, oh, well, I wasted half of this day away, I might as well start all over again tomorrow. And then you're just gonna continue that cycle of a toxic cycle of repeating it over and over and over again until something needs to be done, which in that case, plenty of times it doesn't. But anyways, changed up my whole routine. I am starting to meal prep more. I'm starting to bake more at home, and knowing the ingredients that are in the baking recipes that I make, it is so fun. I am like back in my baking era. I used to bake a lot when I was a little kid. It just brought me back so much nostalgia and challenging myself to work on new recipes and try different things out, whether that would be with cooking or whether that would be learning a new song on the instrument. Anything like that to keep my brain moving and going and having like a spark of inspiration and creativity every single day so that I don't feel stagnant. And the best part of waking up every single day at this time is that I get excited to do my morning routine. I get excited to move my body. I get excited to wake up knowing that I'm awake before everybody else and I'm not sleeping in. I'm not here trying to say, I'm better than you. No, okay? Because sometimes we gotta put out the harsh truth to really dig it into your head and telling you that you need to get your shit together as well. You need to start prioritizing stuff that you've been putting on the back burner. Do everything that you need to do to take care of yourselves, to take care of others. One thing that I love to do every single morning when I am getting ready, I listen to a podcast. And sometimes that might be a little bit overwhelming to some people because you don't want to be listening to like self-development in the morning when in general you're already trying to get your life together, but then someone's telling you you should be doing this, doing that. Like, it depends on the person. But for me, it motivates me. But sometimes, if I don't want to be listening to self-development, I'm going to be listening to an entertaining podcast. Something that won't stimulate my brain to think about social media. Because it's almost like when you're listening to an entertaining podcast, it's like talking to your friends on FaceTime. And also, you don't want to be putting yourself down every time you don't accomplish something or you think that you didn't accomplish something, because any small micro moment that you do, you're going to think to yourself that it's not productive, when you're doing all these tiny adjustments for yourself to actually live a better life, and you don't realize that. This is just coming from personal experience because I was just so tired of the shit that I was putting myself through to not have anything done. And especially with work-related things, it's so much harder when you are working at home. And although I'm very grateful for it, no one's gonna tell you what to do because you have to do everything on your own and you're on your own time. So for the people that do work at home, you're probably relating to me in some way and you don't get your projects finished or handing in your projects in at the due date, and then you feel bad about yourself. You kind of just flip the switch in your brain and tell yourself, if you're not gonna get anything done, why bother doing it? Or even for the people that just have a really hard time just waking up early, just sit down and reevaluate everything in your life that you want to change. Because if you're just complaining about the same thing every single day when you have the option to change something about it, you have to do yourself a favor and get yourself where you want to be. So I hope this inspired you in some way, get you motivated in some way, but all in all, it's not about motivation. You guys already know that. And my friends have been telling me that they're proud of me, and like my boyfriend tells me that I've been doing great and that I'm goal oriented. it's just something that I actually take in and accept these compliments, because if you were to tell me a month ago and you say these things to me, I would have never believed you, because I was just such a mess with how I would just go on with my day-to-day life and procrastinate. Like, procrastination is truly my biggest enemy, but I don't let it get to me anymore. And if I'm gonna have days where I brain rot and scroll on my phone, I have those days, but it's not as bad as it was before. So anyways, if you ever wanted to start waking up early in the morning and, you know, setting a time to wake up, do your skincare morning routine, hit the gym or work out at home, get yourself prepped the night beforehand, and that is just setting you up for success right there. But when you start waking up early in the morning, do some self-reflections and reflect on how it's actually making your day a lot better and how you feel during the day, because you're never gonna have a shitty day when you actually wake up in the morning and do your silly little morning routine. With that being said, also, if you've made it this far into this video, the morning routine that I do is something that you don't have to do, okay? Your morning routine could literally be just an hour. Or if you don't have time, make fucking time. I don't get it with some people, is that people will tell you, like, I don't have time, I have to work in the morning. Okay, what time's your work at? Do some time blocking. Figure out what you want to be doing in the morning, and if it doesn't fit your schedule in the morning, do it in the evening. I'm so tired of some people just complaining about their day-to-day life, or hating their job, or hating what they do when they don't make a change about themselves. And then they hate on other people because they're working on themselves. And it's funny because that's happened to me, where someone lashed out because they didn't like the lifestyle I had. And it had nothing to do with me, but obviously their problems spoke out in such a very passionate way where, dang, you must really hate yourself. And this is just for that person, because I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, it's all about how you choose to prioritize your mornings. And my boyfriend is literally living proof that whatever he puts his mind to, he's gonna do it. And he wakes up at 4:30 a.m., goes to the gym for an hour, and then he goes straight to work, and then he doesn't come back until like maybe 5 or 6. So what's your excuse? Anyways, that was a little bit harsh. It's just gotten to a point where I was tired of the way I was feeling, so I fucking did something about it. Now it's your turn.
Sundays,